Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, bro. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Israel. I'm out Gideon.
Right. Malak Cephas.
Mm-hmm. And the name of our lesson is going to be titled, When You See the Sun, You See the Father.
No.
You ready to get into it, bro?
I'm ready.
I'm a little different. You understand?
You need that, though.
Yeah. I'm a little animated. You understand? I'm kind of angry. I look around, I see my brothers, and I see weakness. You're scared. You understand? All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start it out. First, we're going to set the order. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 11. We're going to set the order.
11:1.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Go ahead and start from the top.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, beginning with verse 1.
Read.
Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ.
Hold right there. I want you to read that by yourself. Who's the king?
Christ.
Who's the king?
Christ.
Who's the king?
Christ.
That's right.
That's right.
All right. Go ahead and read.
Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ. Verse 2. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinance as I delivered them to you. Verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Oh, the head of every man is who?
Christ.
Go ahead.
And the head of the woman is the man.
Oh, right there. Now, when you look at it as our people today, you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that order. Mm-hmm. You understand? Because there's too many of our brothers now who let the woman tell them when to go to bed. Mm-hmm. The woman tell them when it's time to eat. Baby, come in the house. You understand? Usurping authority through cunning devices. Mm-hmm. You understand? Go ahead and read that. Finish it.
Continuing verse 3. In the head of the man, Shalakia. I'm gonna start back off from the top.
Go ahead.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is the Most High.
Hence our lesson. When you see the Son, you see the Father. You understand? Give me Exodus 15:3. It's too quiet in here. What time is it?
War time.
What time is it?
War time.
What time is it?
War time.
Let's go read it.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15, begin with verse 3. The Lord is a man of war.
No. He's a man of peace.
The Lord is a man of war.
No. God is a female, brother.
The Lord is a man of war.
No. He loves everybody.
The Lord is a man of war.
Stop right there. That's right. Bring that out. Y'all ain't mad?
Yes, we mad. Righteous indignation. That's right.
Y'all think the Most High ain't mad?
He's furious.
He say he a man of war. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. You got people. Oh, God loves everybody. I don't see it. Not in this book.
That's right.
What book they reading? No, sir. No, sir. He's a man over there.
That's right. That's right.
Now I'm going to prove something to you. Let's go to Jeremiah 23. Let's take off.
Jeremiah 23.
In one. I might well throw this away. Come on.
All right. Y'all, we make let them catch up. Let them catch up.
Jeremiah 23:1.
Yeah.
God.
Y'all with me?
Bring it up.
All right. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1.
Read it loud and proud.
Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
Oh, right there. The book is saying, woe be unto the pastors that scatter the flock.
Yes, sir.
What do mean at? They going to church? No. They in here? No. They scatter. I don't see nothing but the priest in there. You understand? All right, let's prove who the flock is. Let's go to Ezekiel 34 and 31.
Say 33, 31.
34 and 31.
34 and 31.
Ezekiel 34 and 31. Hold there, the 23. We're gonna go right back for this. What time is it?
War time.
All right, come on with that 23.
All right. Now you need to hit Ezekiel.
Ezekiel, come on with that Ezekiel.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 34, beginning with verse 31.
Go ahead and read it.
And ye my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men.
No, brother, that can't be right. He said they what?
Are men.
And the Most High is a what?
A man or war.
The flock is the men. Now that ain't taking nothing from the sister. You understand? But the sisters don't go to war in Israel, bro. The men go to war.
That's right.
So I'm concerned with the men. How we gonna get the king?
I'll take it.
You sure they ain't gonna give it to us?
You gotta take it.
All right, then. Let's go to Daniel 7. We gotta prove all about it.
Man, hey, you see how we gonna get it? I got something to go with
Daniel
that.
7 and 18. Oh, yeah, Daniel 7 and 18. Daniel 7 and 18. There's only one way we're gonna get this king. We got brothers out here saying, you know, our weapons ain't calm. I agree. I read it. But you got to look out in this world. We don't mess with them white folks. They come to us. We didn't go in their land. They came to us. You can have Edomite next door to you. You got a fence. He got a fence. He in your fence. He want to know what's going on within your borders. He will not stay within his borders. Oh, brother, we don't need no guns. Brother, we don't need. You soft. You scared. Because your brother next door gonna take what you got. If he get hungry, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Call me. Huh? No, I ain't coming. This is what I'm saying. We're gonna get it now. We're gonna get it on our mind right now. Read that again.
All right, the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 18.
All right, how the saints gonna get the kingdom?
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
What we gonna do?
Shall take the kingdom.
What we gonna do, man?
Take the kingdom.
Say it one more time.
Take the kingdom.
How we gonna get it?
Wow.
Whoa.
Mm.
Most times that we gonna take it.
Yeah.
All right, come on with it, man.
Matthew 11 and 12.
Come on with that, man.
Matthew 11, 12. You gonna read it off or you want to read it first?
Read it off.
All right.
Real good with this.
Yes, sir.
You said 11 and 12?
I probably already got it wrote down here, but we're gonna let you come on in, brother. War time. You might want to do some killing.
All right.
Come on with it.
The book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force.
Take it by what?
By force.
Come.
Take it by force.
Yes, sir. Now I'm gonna show y'all something. It's only one way. We say we believe this. This is what we say. So I'm gonna show you something. Let's go to hold that to Jeremiah. We're gonna go back to Jeremiah 23. Give me that 1 Thessalonians 5 and 21. Because we coming straight out this book. I don't know what they talking about. I know the Savior said, if you don't have a sword, sell your clothes and go get you one. Sell your garment. Sell your raiment. Sell something. What time is it?
Wartime.
What time is it?
Wartime.
All right. Who's the king?
Christ.
Who's the king?
Christ.
All right. Come on with that 1 Thessalonians.
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse, what you tell me started, King? Oh, 21, okay. Verse 21. Prove all things.
What do you say?
Prove all things.
What the second half say?
Hold fast that which is good.
All right. Who's the king?
Christ.
All right. Let's go to Luke 19:27.
Hey, I got something to say too, though, man.
About
The weapon not being carnal too. Like what you said, we were saying earlier. The first weapon is our mind.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying. This is what we gotta learn, that our first weapon, our mind ain't carnal. So this our first weapon is our mind.
And to build on what you saying about Israel, Judah, we try to love everybody.
All right.
We took care of them. We nursed their children.
Mm-hmm.
We built this nice nation for them. You understand? They didn't build this. We built this. Because if they could have built it by themselves, they would have.
Right.
They came and got you. So they're going to have to deal with you, though. You understand? And the book tells us how we're going to deal with them. Give me that Luke 19:27. Read that loud crowd. This is Satan talking. Get ready now.
All right. This is the book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
Do what?
Bring hither and slay them before me.
What color them letters is?
Right, it's red letters.
No, Christ can't be talking like that.
Right, this is Martial talking. It's him.
Bring his enemy and slay before him. What nation Christ was from?
Israel.
Okay. All right. Give me Matthew 10 and 34. Because I know a lot of people don't believe that they Savior is talking like this. But see, they got the wrong Savior. See, we don't follow Jesus. We don't follow the pink boy, the red one. You understand? We don't follow him. You understand? We don't follow the one that came out like this. Put that up there so they can see that. That's okay. Now turn to the other side and show the mama on the other side. Now go read Genesis 25 and 25. And y'all be able to tell who Esau is. This is your chief enemy right here. This is who Christ coming back to slay. Go ahead and read that.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 24.
34.
34. Okay, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Oh, say it again.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
What did he come to do?
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Oh, wait a minute, brother. Our weapons ain't carnal. But we say we follow Christ. What did he come to do?
He come to divide.
How you gonna do it?
With a sword.
Read that again.
Verse 34, Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Now, for you brothers, you know, he don't need but 144,000. That's all he needs. I ain't calling out no name. But if Christ get a sword, I'm gonna get one. If Christ get baptized, I'm gonna get baptized. If Christ said go, if Christ say go, don't get in the way. Do not get in the way. You understand? Go back to that Jeremiah 23 and 1. We're gonna take it up. We're gonna finish that up. I got a few more.
Jeremiah 23.
And one with take it from the top, man. We're gonna start off at the top. We're gonna break this thing down.
All right. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, beginning with verse 1. Woe,
read it slow.
Woe.
Woe means destruction. For those of you who don't know, go ahead and read it.
Destruction. You can say it like that. Be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
Go ahead.
Saith the Most High.
It's God talking.
Verse 2.
Have power. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Therefore, thus saith the Most High power of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away.
Oh, all the men are no longer in the church. The men are in the streets. The men ain't in the house protecting their family. You understand? Just these men right here. The real men, the chief men of Israel. They're 2/3. You understand? That we reaching out for, that we trying to bring in and bid to the marriage. They're not, they scattered. So we're gonna go get them if we can. I don't want to leave nobody behind. I tell all the brothers, man. I know the words say 144,000 and mixed multitude. But if I can get that 2/3 and bring them in, that's what I'm gonna do. Go ahead and finish that up.
All right. Continuing verse 2. And driven them away, and have not visited them.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I will visit upon you the evil.
The Most High said he gonna visit you. It's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the Most High God.
Come on.
Because he know this. You 2/3 are saved. And some of us Israel. Our weapons ain't called. But let your brother step on your shoe. Man. Catch your brother hungry, breaking in your car. Let your brother go and see that girl that your wife don't know about. And you'll shoot him down like a dog. But our weapons ain't carnal, brother. He's a coward. I'm telling it to your face. If you kill your brother, he's a coward. He's an easy target. We're surrounded. Our women ain't even with us, brother. Most of us, our women ain't with us. You got Esau around you. 2/3. You got to duck them. Then you come home and your woman telling you what to do. It's Jezebel's spirit. And we're going to identify that in another lesson. Go ahead and finish reading that.
All right. I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Most High. Verse 3.
Oh, stop right there. We'll leave that right there. I think we do that enough out of All right, let's go to. Let's go to Jeremiah 16:16. Let's bring that on out. Who's the king?
Christ.
Who's the king?
Christ.
Be quiet. I'm gonna speak on that. I'm gonna talk to the people for a minute.
You got the flow?
I noticed that, you know, if you're watching the football game, my brother loves to point that out. And your favorite slave run across that imaginary line, you'll turn a flip like a monkey in the middle of the floor. But when the Savior give you this good news, be quiet. As a man. He's showing who your God is. You understand? Brother Pace, you know what I mean? Shout out. We know who your God is. If you jumping up for football and LeBron, I don't even watch TV. My light bill $40. Ain't even turning the heat on in that junk. He's always getting nothing from me if I ain't got to spend it. But if you jumping up for that garbage, you a 2/3. But what you doing for the Savior? Who gonna represent you? Huh? Hey, look, who gonna represent him, brother? Huh? I ain't coming when they call me. I don't want to watch football. If I was gonna do anything, I'll be playing it. Huh? And breaking legs. I want to read something, man. I want to go into some war time. Let's go to Ezekiel. What?
Give me, let me get it.
Jeremiah
Ecclesiastes.
16.
No, we getting that Jeremiah 16.
Oh, yeah.
Come on with
Jeremiah 16.
Come on with me, man. I'm gonna let you jump in there. LeBron, I'm gonna pass it to you.
All right.
You done.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 16.
Come on with me.
Behold, I will send for many fishers,
He said he's gonna send for many fishes.
saith the Most High,
Mm-hmm.
and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters.
Oh, right there. See, right now, you see us on your block. We bidding you. Come on. You understand? Y'all take our flies, throw them in the garbage. Man, drive by, honk your horn, keep rolling. You know what I'm saying?
Cross us out.
But you ain't gonna get out that car. You cussing and you safe as long as you rolling. But if you get out that car, you see me. I got something for you. I don't do a whole lot of talk. Go ahead and finish that up. Jeremiah 16:16.
All right. All right. Continue verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
Oh, right there. I want to go back and visit another scripture. Let's go back to Matthew 10:34. Because brothers got something right. They say our weapons ain't carnal. Not at this time. Well, they ain't carnal at this time. But what I'm reading right here, we got to do some hunting. And we got to pull some people out some rocks. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and read that Matthew 10:34 one more time.
10:34. The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Oh, the Savior is going to return. That's what we waiting for. You understand? We ain't ducking nothing. But when our king say go
time.
It's going to be hell to pay the captain. Go ahead and read.
All right, continue verse 34.
Mm-hmm.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
All right. And go back to Jeremiah 16:16.
And I'm starting from the top.
Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Most High, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
They cave in, and they're gonna go back to the cave. We kings, and we're gonna go back to the throne. They're gonna return to where they come from, and we're gonna return to our heritage. It's gonna be flipped on its head. The curse is about to be lifted, brother. What you got for him, brother? You said you had something.
Man, let me Ecclesiastes 3.
Ecclesiastes 3. Let me get that for you.
Yeah, start from.
I got a precept.
Mine.
Along with Jeremiah 16:16.
Go ahead and read it.
Bring it on there, King. While he's
This is the book.
I can't see that good.
All right. This is the book of Psalms. Psalms 149.
Let me get through with you, King.
Verse 1 through 9. This is go right perfect with the Jeremiah 16:16. Yeah. Psalm 149, starting at verse 1 through 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Come. Praise you the Most High. Sing unto the Most High a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints. Verse 2. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Verse 3. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praise unto him with the tremble and harp. Verse 4. For the Most High taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Verse 6. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand. Verse 7. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. Verse 8. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Verse 9. To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Most High power, Ahia.
There you go, brother.
Woo!
Brother.
Fire!
Don't you want to be a part of that?
Come.
You gonna set that out? What you gonna show? What?
Woo!
That don't sound.
Verse 1 through 9.
That don't sound, brother. That don't sound like he coming back with no roses and tulips.
1 through 9.
Man.
Come on with that. We're gonna bring that out. That Ecclesiastes 3 and 1.
Yeah, bring Ecclesiastes out.
You ready?
Yeah, bring it out. Come
This is
on.
the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
All right, right there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a time and a season for everything. So what the Most High is saying is a time and season for everything. All right, here you go.
A time to be born and a time to die.
All right.
A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Okay.
A time to kill and a time to heal.
All right, start right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you said your weapon is not carnal. You can't kill nobody with your mind. You ain't got mind powers. So the only way you're gonna be able to kill someone, you're gonna be defending yourself with some type of physical force. There's the only way you're gonna kill anything. You ain't gonna talk nothing to death. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna board another death. You gotta kill. You're gonna have to defend. You know, the men of Israel, we're gonna have to protect. You know what I'm saying? So then when we raised up to be soldiers, to be ready for war.
That's right.
We can't kill none by talking to them. We're gonna have to kill. It's gonna be a season for it. But keep going, okay?
A time to break down and a time to build up.
All right, stop right there too. Even the time to break down, time to build up. It'll be a time to break down the heathen's kingdom. When I tear down their strongholds. It's a time to break down. He's talking to us. He letting us know it's gonna be a time when y'all gonna have to raise up and gonna have to take care of these things, these duties that y'all got like this as the battle axes of Israel. Go.
A time to weep and a time to laugh.
We know it's not the time to weep. We ain't weeping right now. What we doing majority of the time, we laughing and chilling. All right, keep going.
A time to mourn and a time to dance.
All right.
And a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing.
All right, start right there. The time to embrace is a time to love. All right, there was a time to do all that, and the time we gotta stand firm. Let's be ready. Let's stay vigilant. Watch our surroundings. The heathens watch. All right, come on, keep going.
A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow.
I'll do what we get to. All right.
A time to keep silence and a time to speak.
All right.
A time to love and a time to hate.
All right, stop right there. All right, see, it's a time to love. It says a time to love and a time to hate. A lot of people say, hate is bad. Hate is bad. A lot of us say hate is bad, but it depends on what you're hating and how you hate. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people who might hate you just because you dress nice. But you got people who hate violence. You got people who hate the people who prey on children. You got people who hate people who rob and rape elderly women or anything. Like, you got people, it's a time to hate stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So in a lot of love ain't always good. You know what I'm saying? On the other hand, you got people who love robbing, people who love molesting children, people who love kidnapping, murdering. You know, so all love ain't good. So, you know, all hate ain't really bad. You know, but keep it going though.
A time to war. What time is it?
War time.
What time is it?
War time.
A time to war and a time of peace.
All right, see, this was the main thing. We're getting a time of war and there's a time of peace. It's a lot of different forms of war. You got chemical war. You got spiritual war. You know what I'm saying? You got physical war, mental war. You got all the different wars. But when you talk about peace, though, and this a physical war. It's a takeover. Remember, it's talking about breaking down. It's a time to break down. It's a time to embrace and a time not embrace. So this here is a physical concept of a war right here. You know, this ain't the spiritual based war. It's talking about right here in Ecclesiastes. It's physical. That's why I come here talking about with peace. You know, and after war, a lot of times, what's after war? Peace. Peace comes after war. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even in a fight, a lot of times, when that bully keep messing with you, you bust his nose, he gonna be like, man, I ain't messing with him no more. You know, he gonna think twice. It's gonna be peace after this.
Now you can enjoy your milk money. Drink your own milk.
Right. Yeah.
Your own prayer.
That's right.
All right. Did I bring it out? I got some another one too.
Come on, brother.
Give me numbers 35, 33.
Number 35. I'm already out. Number 35. What'd you say?
33.
Number 35. 33.
Yeah, people say, our weapons not carnal, but you're gonna have to fight. When Esau running your house, it ain't no, like I said, you won't have mind power. This is not the X-Men. You ain't finna Jean Grey, what was the Phoenix. You ain't finna vanish them.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33. So you shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood.
I start right there though. It said blood defileth the land. So that means the land already polluted. This land right here, what we on already is already polluted. This is understand, it's polluted through bloodshed. Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? That's the slaughter day coming up. So the land we on already polluted. That's why comes the sins and the atrocities, all the stuff we going through. This why, because the land was polluted from bloodshed. Keep going, King.
I'm gonna take it from here. For blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein.
Wait. One more time. All them do. You cannot clean this land with the blood of the land or the people that was already being killed. You can't clean the land with them same people that was dying already.
That's right.
Keep going.
But by the blood of him that shed it.
Boom. The heathens. It ain't no way to clean America or the world, if you want to say the earth, because they shed blood all around her. It ain't no way to clean the earth unless they blood gets shed.
That's it.
And people like we say all the time, they say, oh, that weapon's not carnal. Bloodshed gonna have to be physical. It's gonna have to be a physical contact somewhere to shed the blood.
Bible prophecy.
It's Bible prophecy.
And the spirit of Mashiach, the one we say coming to save us, is the spirit of prophecy.
That's right.
What advantage have the Jew? The overcome. We know it's coming. It's in the book. We got this. We got the prophets.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I was saying on that though, the only way the land gonna be clean is what the scripture said, is by shedding the blood of the ones who shed the blood in the beginning. It might sound harsh to a lot of people, but this is how the book is, and this is why a lot of people don't like to read a lot of the Old Testament, because it talk about this. Say, man, you got to shed blood back. So people understand, man, the Native American indigenous people, they got slaughtered.
Yes, sir.
And then we was already over it, then more of us come over and get slaughtered on top of that by these same people. And then you turn around and say, you got a lot of us turn around and say, man, we gotta love them. Oh, man, the white man not Esau. Well, I don't care who he is, he gotta get split. No matter who he is. It don't even matter. That's how
I
we
ain't
gonna-
missing the opportunity to split one.
Man, go.
I got one precept, Mark. Right on what you got.
All right, go.
Oh, sorry.
Just on the note, it's saying the blood have to be shed, kind of related to today for anybody who might not even understand it. You know, somebody take one of your loved ones out and they just walking around free. You know what I'm saying? No penalty done, no punishment, no justice served. You will feel some kind of way.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It's gonna have to be some type of what the word equalizer or equalization for the situation.
Right.
You did this, and you can't really have no regular punishment because it's decades on top of decades of this stuff going on, and it's still going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't not only like y'all talk about the different forms of war.
Mm-hmm.
We at war, you putting stuff in the food, you putting stuff in the water, you putting stuff in our clothes. You got wars. You working magic in witchcraft through the TV, the cartoon, the movie. You ain't even just attacking the adults and the men. Are you getting at our children too? That mean you don't got no type of, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no feeling in your body. It's like everybody got to get it. So if all of that going on for years on top of years, on top of decades, what type of, you know what I mean? You want us to just forget this? No, nothing's supposed to happen.
Right.
No, it got to be an equal penalty for your actions. You know what I'm saying? But like what y'all bringing out though, man, it did a pointed out. The most out letting it know, like, man, it's gonna go down.
Can I get one back?
Come on, here you got it, Ken.
You tell me what the piggyback is what he's the lammy back. We don't mess with the heart.
Right. And there's that one too.
I got one right along.
Can I bring your back first? Then so let's go to the book of Isaiah 61 verse 1.
Isaiah 61 verse 1.
Yes, sir. Read that thing real low. And then I got one more. And I'm gonna let y'all brothers have it.
You got it, Ken.
I'm gonna listen. Isaiah 61 verse 1. I'm gonna get there with you because I'm gonna talk on this. I want the brothers to understand exactly what this is saying. We're gonna give you a clear breakdown. Isaiah 61 starting with 1.
Isaiah 61 and 1. All right. The book of Isaiah, chapter 61, beginning with verse 1.
Come on with it.
The spirit of the Most High power is upon me.
Oh, right there. The spirit of the Most High power is on us. Go ahead.
Because the Most High have anointed me to preach the good tidings unto the meek.
The good tidings is the good news. That's the gospel. And the meek is the people who've been putting up with this punishment for all these years.
Mm.
This rape, this robbery, this murder. Go ahead, read.
He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
Because y'all think my heart ain't broke.
Mm.
I look at my people out here, their pants hanging down off their butt. The women, every chance they get to put on something tight, they putting it on. The children ain't listening to nobody. Go ahead, read it.
To proclaim liberty to the captives.
Oh, man. The slaves.
Mm.
Our forefathers. Us! You ain't mad about that? Think about it. Get it on your mind. Read.
All right. And the opening of the prison to them are bound.
Oh,
That are
man.
bound.
Oh, man. Our people. One of my brothers that I love. He ain't my blood brother. He around the corner from me. He got to go turn himself into these pigs. Because the 2/3 set him up on something he didn't even want to do.
Mm.
Go ahead, read.
Verse 2. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Most High and the day of vengeance of our power.
The Most High chose you. Deuteronomy 76. Oh, don't get that.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna broke. They're gonna have to do something on here. Deuteronomy 76. The Most High chose you. You understand? And these people put their hands on you. Go ahead and read.
All right. To comfort all that mourn. Verse 3. To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Most High, that he might be glorified.
Oh, that's it. Everybody want that glorification. I hear everybody say, oh man, we're gonna be glorified. You understand? You don't want to put nothing on the line. You want to be immortal before the fight.
Mm.
No, you're a coward. Fight first. And then get your reward. Oh, but he gonna glorify us, then we no. You gonna fight before then.
That's right.
You don't know who gonna get your joke.
Wow.
Come on, brother.
All right. Verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall build the old wastes. They shall rise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations.
Oh, right there. We're talking about the slaves. You understand? Many generations. You understand? They built the cities.
Mm-hmm.
When the Most High bring this vengeance, it's gonna be desolation, a desert. You ain't gonna find water. You ain't gonna find food, and that's when the 2/3 in the enemy. That's when we're gonna have their attention. Go ahead, brother. Now let's get on to some better news. Let's start right here at verse right here where you left off at.
Verse 5.
Yeah, this is after we done subdued them and did our job. You understand? To glorify the Most High. He gonna be glorified in us, and he gonna glorify us. We gonna glorify him. He gonna glorify us. That's the way it works. You ain't getting that by sitting around clapping your hands, going to church every Sunday. You ain't gonna get that. Wartime. Go ahead and take off where you left out, brother. This is what's gonna happen after we subdue them.
All right, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And strangers shall stand and feed your flock.
Wait. There was a time when the Edomite didn't even wipe his own butt.
Mm-hmm.
The Edomite didn't cook his own food. They females didn't even nurse their babies. Our women nurse their babies. But the book right here, this truth say, and the strangers shall stand and feed your flock. See, go ahead and finish it up, bro.
All right. Finishing verse 5. And the sons of the aliens shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
They're gonna be our vine dressers because we like wine. They're gonna be making our wine and they're gonna be growing stuff. The Most High already promised us, said we gonna eat food that we didn't grow, and we gonna live in the houses we didn't build. Go ahead and read it.
All right. Verse 6. But ye shall be named the priests of the Most High.
We're gonna be the priests of the Lord. What they gonna call us?
Priests.
All right, we keep reading.
Okay. Men shall call you the ministers of our power.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles.
What we gonna do?
Eat the riches of the Gentiles.
Go ahead.
And in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
In their kingdom. Right now, we're gonna brag. We're going to the street in a few minutes to boast. We're gonna tell him he a devil to his face. We're gonna talk about his woman. We're gonna talk about his kids. We're trying to pick a fight.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to pick a fight. Every time I go to the street, I'm trying to pick a fight. Not with my brother, with the other.
Oh, I like that.
You understand? Come on, read that.
All right. Continue verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
For your shame, ye shall have double.
How much?
You shall have double.
How? Can I pay somebody back double who raped my grandma?
Man.
How I'm gonna do that? Man, they hung my granddad in the tree, man.
Mm.
How I'm gonna pay him back? Man, they shot my brother, man. Police just killed my brother, man. Shot him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
All right.
Man, they shot the sister through the window. They didn't get a chance to open the door before they shot. Through the window, brother.
Mm.
Y'all ain't mad about that? I guess not. Go ahead and read.
All right. Continue with verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
And for confusion, they shall rejoice in their portion.
I'm gonna feed them dog food.
Mm.
Not the good kind. I'm talking about that cheap dog food, like $1 bag. And they're gonna rejoice in that thing. They're gonna be like, what? He feeding us? Yeah. Now get down there and eat it, dog. Because that's what the Most High said they eat dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Now go ahead and read.
Therefore, in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them.
Now just give me the first part of this. Just give me the first part of the next. Then I'm gonna read one more and I'm gonna be done with it. Come on.
All right, verse 8. For I the Most High love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offerings.
You've been robbed, spoiled. You got a little something, cooned out. Oh man, well, I'm under the New Testament. Man, what you talking about? I got 2 TVs. You understand? I got a big TV. I got to be free. You ain't mad no more. Give me Luke 4:18. As you read that, man, I'm gonna close the book. One more. Okay. I'm gonna close the book on my. Y'all do y'all thing. I'm gonna be right here for support.
All right.
I'm here with you. I'm gonna read Luke 4:18. We're gonna do like the Savior did. I'm gonna read that thing. Y'all there?
Yeah.
Go ahead and read that thing, man. They read that.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 4, beginning with verse 18. The spirit of the master is upon me,
Just like it was in Isaiah 61. Come on.
because he have anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor.
The good news. Go ahead.
He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 19, to preach the acceptable year of the Most High. All right, keep going.
Yeah.
All right, verse 20. And he closed the book.
What did he do?
And he closed the book.
That's the same thing. It's on you, brother.
All right.
I just
I
just have one. Isaiah 14 and 21. Isaiah 14.
Boy, Isaiah, my favorite prophet, man.
Man,
You know the Savior was reading out the book of Isaiah when he was it.
yes, sir.
He didn't tell the book.
Yeah. How about in Acts 8? He was reading the prophet Isaiah. He was reading Isaiah 58. Isaiah 53.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Oh, just that one script, Isaiah 14 and 21.
Uh-huh.
Ooh-wee. Man, I got that wrote down.
Look
That was too blood. That's too blood. I didn't want to bring that out, man. You a killer. Hey, what you got on your mind? Who you been talking to?
I'm thinking about this. You got Isaiah 63.
Ooh, brother. It's all through there, man. We ain't gonna give too much, man. They been called the FBI on.
No, I'm just off my head. Well, Isaiah 63 verse 1 through like 5. When you come back, he ain't coming back, playing 2K with you.
No, he gonna do that. He don't like to play no
He's
game.
gonna play hopscotch.
TV ain't gonna be on.
Shoot, man, you come back to shoot pool with you. Man, he come back slicing and dicing. But Isaiah 14 and 21. Y'all ready?
You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead, read that, King.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Wait a minute, brother. I didn't have nothing to do with slavery. I wasn't even born yet. But what they seem to forget, they are their forefathers.
Mm-hmm.
Just as the blood of our forefathers is coursing through our veins, we are our forefathers.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? So are they their forefathers.
All right, come.
The Most High said, prepare what? Slaughter. What happens in the slaughter? In the slaughter, men, women, and children are killed. And in a war situation, isn't that slaughter? What they have done to our forefathers, was that not slaughter? No mercy. So they've done to our forefathers. Okay? The same thing will happen to them. But they say, you're teaching hate. No. You're teaching, thus say, the Most High power.
Mm-hmm.
All our lives in the church, we never came across scriptures like this. And there are thousands and thousands of more scriptures that talk about the same thing. But they don't touch on these things. They want to keep us docile. They want to keep us weak. They want to keep us under their thumb. And they don't want you to read this book. Because they know if the children of Israel pick up their book and read, like I said in Isaiah 34:16, look into the word of the Lord and read, then you'll find out that the prophecies pertain to you. Then you'll find that all the promises pertain to you, black man.
You ready for the street?
I
Yes,
feel the heat.
sir. Yes, sir. He gonna get the microphone first and slam it on the ground when it's broke.
Come on, sir.
Can I line back?
Hold up, sister. Hold up. Just a minute right here. You get the next. You get the next. Come on.
How you had some?
Jeremiah 51:20.
Jeremiah 51:20.
Oh, you finna get it?
No, Jeremiah 50. I mean,
So that man, I sure got that one too. I was finna put that. Yeah, I was gonna connect that with what I had read, what I had Gideon read in Ecclesiastes. Well, get Ecclesiastes 3:3 real quick, so you can put them together. Link them in real quick.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 3 and 3. You can bring the heat.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 3. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up.
All right, I got a breakdown part. And then give me the Jeremiah 51 and 20.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nation.
You do what?
Will I break in pieces the nation.
Say one more time, he gonna do what?
For with thee will I break in pieces the nations.
All right, what we just reading in Ecclesiastes 3 and 3, it's gonna be time to do what? To break down.
And with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
Mm-hmm.
And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider.
Mm-hmm.
With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman. And with thee will I break in pieces old and young.
What,
and with thee.
All right, stop right there real quick. What Eliezer was just saying about what the slaughter was from the head of the house all the way down to the children.
To the dog.
To the
he said
dog.
he gonna kill the beast.
Might gonna rip the horses in half. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's the season of breaking right there. But keep going.
And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock. And with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen. And with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Most High.
All right, then with that being said, we were reading about them seasons and them seasons in Ecclesiastes. What season is there right there? That's the breaking. That's the season of breaking down right there. He breaking down. He breaking down the kingdom. He breaking down the heathen's kingdom. And y'all know it's gonna be built back up. But we ain't gonna be building it up. You know, y'all know we gonna have them heathens building it up for us, man.
We gonna have
slaves, man.
If you don't want yours, I'll take it.
I got the mosquito room.
Hey, sell them to me cheap.
I got something for you.
Okay.
I got two of them. Get Song of Solomon 3. Wait, let me get one here. Let me get Song of Solomon 3. On the case where we're talking about weapons being carnal or not.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Song of Solomon 3. I'm gonna start with it's on here on the head, 7 and 8. Song of Solomon 3, verse 7 says, behold his bed, which is Solomon's. 80 valiant men are about it, of the valiant of Israel. Verse 8, they all hold swords, being expert in war. Every man have his sword upon his thigh because of fear in the night. All right, so even with this case, you got Solomon at the time, he got hitters around his bed. And they strapped at night because people try to come through with surprise attacks or whatever. So if the thing, understanding a lot of the people who not ready for it, who don't want to hear it, who don't like to hear it, you not understanding your own value. The Most High said we his treasure people. You know, we the treasure people having us. That's how they built up. That's why they had to come get us. So we understand our value, you know what I mean, and how they even see our value. You understand why you got to protect yourself. You as a nation, us as a nation. You know what I mean? They did that because they know, man. These the people, fear and everything else. What I'm trying to get to a treasure possession. And so if it's value, you're supposed to protect it. Let's go to Revelation 19 with my other coming here. Something else about Hamashiach. Did you bring that verse out, Gideon? When you said when they see me? You seen the Father? Did you bring it up?
No, I didn't. That was the title of the lesson. I took for granted that the people knew that.
Yeah.
Come on with it, brother.
Revelation 19, though. Revelation 19, I'm starting at verse 11.
I got a highlight.
I'm looking right at it.
All right, it says, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness do he judge and make war. All right. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name is called the Word of the Most High. And we know that there's a Mashiach. Verse 14, and the armies don't come to play.
That's right.
He said, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with the rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Almighty Ahai. All right, so even in that case, you saying it's not no peaceable power or savior Messiah right now. It's a reckoning right now.
All right.
There's a crushing that's going on right there. He said you're gonna rule them with a rod of iron. All right, then we read in Revelation 3, if I'm not mistaken. So he's gonna break them in pieces. Let me back on what you brought out. Jeremiah 51. He's gonna break them in pieces. All right, but that's all that got.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Y'all got comments or something like that?
Oh man, no, I don't see him. Where you check him on the side here?
Yeah.
No, ain't no comments that I can see. There's some comments, but I ain't no questions.
Y'all got something?
Man,
Let's
anybody
go.
questions?
Rich,
Man, they good then. Rich streets then. We say Shabbat Shalom, my brother Cephas, man.
Brother Gideon, war beads, get you some. It's wartime. You're going to see them everywhere.
Let me see a couple of these, man.
Oh, we got them on table. We got them setting out all flavors.
Flavors, I like that. Okay, all flavors.
Let me get one more.
Come on, brother.
All right, Revelation 13 and 10.
Oh, yeah. They getting that.
Well, verse 9, we'll start with 9. Revelation 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. All right, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Now tickle with the sword.
Go to Isaiah 14. Even with the captivity, Isaiah 14, 1 and 2. Isaiah 14, verse 1 and 2. And it reads, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob, all right, for all everything that we suffer and still suffer, and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Most High for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. He that lead them into captivity will be led into captivity. And they shall rule over their oppressors.
Boom.
All right. Let me go to verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Most High shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. Over to the gospel, those who got the broken hearts and burdens. And from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. If thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased, the gold city ceased? All right, so this is what we're looking forward to, man. Come. So we're gonna take the count, those captive who captive we were, rule over our oppressors.
You said we're gonna take them?
Yeah, we're
Or
gonna take
we're
them.
gonna ask them?
No, we're gonna take them.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to make sure now.
And they're gonna be slaves in the kingdom.
Oh, okay.
And if the people don't believe that, they ain't reading this book. I don't know what you're reading. You need to get back in the Old Testament and precept with the New Testament. You'll see it. Because precept must be upon precept.
I got one statement real quick. With everything that we read, you think about how our enemies, our oppressors, they are fighting hell through high water to keep their kingdom. You know why? Because they know that this is the last captivity. They know this is it for them. This is why they don't want you to read. When you read your history, you racist.
You racist?
Yeah.
You racist, dude.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you want to find out what your forefathers did, you know, they say it don't matter. They say that God loves everybody. Okay, but the whole thing is so that way you don't come into your power. You know what I'm saying? I'm a year right there.
Yes, sir.
That's not good. No.
All praise.
Teach.
All praise to the Most
Shabbat
High.
Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom.
Peace and bliss.
Man, I got to take that. We're gonna have to say I saw those talking behind.